morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? Hey, room shaker. How y'all doing? So, I got like a couple of questions because, y'all, I saw something this morning, and y'all know how we just look at stuff and then you don't pay nothing no attention, but something really caught my attention this morning. So go ahead. I appreciate y'all liking the video. Y'all weigh in. Oh, I ain't got but 3 haters in here. Y'all know y'all get jumped, right? Y'all know y'all get jumped, right? Yeah, I jump folks. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I sneak me one in. Give me old good kick, honey. A good old snatch to the neck, you know. But I wanted to kind of see if anybody comes in here. Room Shakers, you in New York? I need to see if somebody will come in here that's in New York. Or, like the present time or been there like in the last 10 years or 20 years or so. I don't know. Yeah, because toes. Oh, you want to see some toes? Good for your feet. Okay. You want some toes? Okay, thank you. Toes. I can't show you no toes, honey. You gonna make me get on Feet Finder. Okay. They love my feet around here, child. My feet very popular. But anyway, I'm being for real. So, hey boo, you in New York, Pierre? Or around New York or something like that? Well, this is the thing. Oh Lord, they wanna suck some toes. You want to see some toe? They got a feet finder thing, honey. They got something going on over there. But look, y'all. I was online this morning, and I ran across this guy's page on Instagram. So y'all see my thumbnail. My thumbnail says. Okay, so anyway, let me tell you. I went across this guy on Instagram. And I was looking at, he was talking about the Mandela effect, right? And he was, saying about the Jiffy and the this and the that. And to me, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I chunk a lot of the Mandela effect up as changing brand, changing. So I just chunked it up like, okay, yeah, it was that, Jiffy did have 2 F's and all that shit back in the day. But I was like, well, maybe they just changed it, right? That's what I chunked it up as because I do remember these things. But baby, well, I'm gonna tell you what I seen. I fucked around and he said that, yeah, so you just telling us that's the Mandela effect. We really didn't tour the Statue of Liberty, the torch, and we really didn't tour that, and the kids really didn't go on field trips. And I'm like, yeah, we sure did. I remember that. I walked up to that motherfucker because I got nervous damn near halfway through it. You have to get on you could get on the elevator halfway up to a certain point, right? In the Statue of Liberty. But to get all the way to the torch, you have to walk up these narrow, very narrow steps. And mind y'all got to think about it. I was in the 8th grade then, going to the 9th grade. So imagine how small and petite I was. Those steps were so narrow, y'all, till the step, excuse me, the higher you got up before you could get into I guess we was going up the arm. The higher you got up, it twisted. The stairway twisted around, y'all. And it was real low. So the rails, what you would hold on to when you walking up the steps, they were actually like at my calf muscle. As walking up the street. The rails were so low, we couldn't even touch them walking up the steps. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, that's when I was like, oh shit, I said to myself, I might need to go back down. But it's so narrow, ain't no going back down. If you in there on that stairway to go up, you got to go up because there's other people behind you. So I'm like, I clearly remember being up there. We walked around up there. We had to ride on the boat to get to the Statue of Liberty. Once we got to the Statue of Liberty, they did that. They did the little tour downstairs, yada, yada, yada. We got in a line because that's how I remember that it was some a elevator in there that went up so far. And now I don't actually remember if we got on that elevator, but I do remember them having one. And because some people was with us. No, wasn't nobody with us in no. Was it? I don't know if Ryan was with us or not. But anyway, I don't remember nobody being with us in a wheelchair, but for some reason, I remember that the elevator was being pointed out. Because when I got to the step part, and once we got up so many steps, I was like, damn, they need an elevator over here too. But, me just complaining about going up and down the daggone steps. Hey, Vivian. Hey, Giggle Bunny. So I'm like, well, is anybody in New York? Because I Googled it. So he was saying that, they saying that didn't happen. I'm like, well, I remember that happening. Let me see what he talking about. Child, I Googled it. These motherfuckers swept it down, talking about ain't nobody been in there since 1916. I said, what? Wait a minute. Now, I know better. Now, I ain't crazy, bitch. So, me being the person I am, because I don't like to be, I said, let me holler at my homegirl, because one of my best friends, we went on that trip together. And I text her early this morning. I'm like, hey, did we not go up to the... Hold on, let me see if this... I guess she glitching out on me. Hold on. That's what I'm going to text her. Did you glitch? Okay, so I text her this. Hold on. Okay, so this is exactly what I texted her this morning. I said, good morning. I have a question. Did we not go to the torch in the Statue of Liberty when we were leaving the 8th grade? And she texted me back, yes, we did. Good morning. And I said, well, please Google the last time someone toured the torch and tell me I'm crazy. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to go on and send her the screenshot of what I Googled. So I sent her the screenshot. She ain't tell back yet. I sent her the screenshot. I said, well, what is this then? Now she ain't saying nothing back yet. I said, bitch, did you glitch out on me? Because I know I ain't crazy, so I went a step further. Because, I know people and I still talk to people, and that's how people fuck with me. I reached out to my motherfucking 8th grade teacher's daughter. I said, hey, because I remember her mother was real big on pictures, okay? She gave us some, and I got those. I even got the pictures of riding on the boat to the Statue of Liberty. I said, do your mom have any pictures of us in the 8th grade? Or anybody? I ain't got to be in the picture. Anybody in the 8th grade at that Statue of Liberty up there on that thing? Because I don't remember. If she don't have none, that means they wasn't allowed to take pictures, because that woman had her fucking camera and she took a picture of us on the boat going to the motherfucker, because we was freezing. Okay, it was cold, baby. I don't remember what month was it. It was May for us. It would have been hot down here. It was April or May or something like that for us, but it was cold as hell in New York. And we was on that boat. I'll never forget, babe. I even got the picture to prove it. But I don't want to see if she have a picture of us actually up there on it. A view is a view. These folks, I don't know what's going on. What up, Nola King? Good morning. I got a whole lot of trolls in here this morning too, y'all. What's up, Dovey? Uncharted. Say, how you doing, boo? What, you want to see me? You happy now? God damn, y'all always want to look down the motherfucking throat. Anyway, so Miss Pam, I'm trying to see what's going on, girl. I'm just trying to see, because like I said, y'all, I vividly remember. I know where I've been. I know. I even remember how much the trip cost. I think that trip was $1,000 for us, 1,000 or 1,200 or something like that. But they had paid for our hotel room. We was up there like 3-4 nights. They paid for our hotel room. They paid for our food that we ate all that day. They paid for, you know what I'm saying? We just really had to have money in our pocket at that point. Honey, I know what the fuck I did now, baby. I have witnesses. I went up to the torch. I walked up there scared as fuck. Okay, I walked up there. And now they gonna tell us that back in 1916, that they was at war, okay, with the Germans. And they tore up a time. They said some atom bomb or hold on. I got to go back and read it, y'all. But they said, hold on. I'm finna read it to y'all. And this kind of threw me, and I was like, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Uh, baby, I know it. Okay. But hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all, if anyone had pictures. Hold on, because these folks might think I'm crazy. Okay, so it says, because I had it till she texted me back. She said she don't remember those pictures, her taking those pictures. That's what I'm saying. She was like, we got some in Times Square. I told her, yeah, I know we got some in Times Square, but I do remember that we toured that torch. So I was trying to see if she had any pictures up there. But if she don't have no pictures up there, y'all, thank you for the diamonds. Like I said, hey, a treasure boo. If she don't have any pictures, that wasn't allowed. That's what I'm trying to get out. So when I googled it, I said, when was the last time? Hold on, I just sent her to the thing. Let me see what she said. We went to the. Hold on. Oh, okay. Well, that may explain it. But we got. Hold on. Hold on, man. T. Thought it was the tour. She's saying that we went to the Crown, I think, but she gonna ask her the torch. I remember walking up steps, baby, because of those narrow stairs. Hold on. So we gonna find out, because me and my friend, we remember going up the torch on the narrow stairs. She said she think it was the Crown, but she gonna ask her mama. Her mama was actually the one who originated the trip, so I'm quite sure she'll fucking know. Cause like I said, bitch, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, honey. And then if we was on the Crown, what the pictures that was on the Crown, honey? Y'all ain't finna. These people is playing in our face. They saying it's been under construction. Wait, hold on. She said, I've been there twice, but we didn't go to the torch area. When it was under construction, that's what we were told. Well, I'm finna see if that's what we was told too of you, because I clearly remember walking them narrow steps. And then if so, if we went to the Crown, what was the narrow steps? Her neck? I'm like confused. I don't know, but I'll find out, because I can't be the only one that remember going to the Crown. And obviously other people remember too. The reason why it's controversial. And when as soon as he said, he was like, so they went to school trips and the people on the school trips saying that they remember going up to the torch. And I was like, yeah, because we went to the torch. But we gonna see if I went to the torch or the motherfucking Crown. And this was like in 1995. When you went, Miss Pam? Because I was leaving the 8th grade going to the 9th. So I was in the 9th grade, 95, 96. I was 12. I got a memory like an elephant, honey. I remember if I don't do nothing now. They said it's been on a, under construction since. See there, and then on here they saying it ain't nobody even toured it since 1916. So make it make sense. And see, okay, so it was about 30 some years ago for me too, then, Miss Pam. It was 30 some years ago for me too. Well, I'ma see her. Like I said, I done went to the sources, baby. Cause I was like, nah, I don't something weird about that. Like I said, I chunked the Mandela effect up to, maybe if people changed shit, along the years, maybe it was cheaper for them to drop one of the F's out of the shit. That's what I was thinking, like. Maybe, they took the eyeglasses off the man, the little magnifying glass off the man after Monopoly face because, there was more to put it on there. I don't know. That's what I was chunking it up as. But when he went to the Statue of Liberty, I was like, wait a minute. I did go there. I remember I went there. I remember I went there. Uh, that was actually the year my grandma retired. I remember everything, bitch. My grandma retired, closed her damn club down, and retired that motherfucking year. No, the next year. I take that back. The next year. So that was like, well, it was that year, but it was like on up later on in the year. Cause we got out of school in May. I think by the time I went back to school around October or something, she closed it then. So yeah, I know. Okay, so you saying that's not true. I live here and people tour it. They even have water taxis to go. Yeah. Now listen, we had a water taxi to take us to it. I toured it as a teenager. I refused to say her logo, but TLC, I did too. Okay, so Vinny, I've been waiting on somebody from New York to tell me. Vinny, do you see? I on my thing, I go if you Google the last time someone toured that torch, it's gonna say 1916. And I was I was like, what? Bitch, I went in 95. Now how we got an 80-year difference out of this? Time show flew because see it flew so fast I didn't know I was born in 1916. I would have had to been around then. They saying if I toured it, huh? So was huh? What? Like this is weird though. But y'all, I had to bring that to y'all attention. So we do have somebody from New York say no, he didn't tour it. Yes, that's what it say. That listen, they said it was 1916. Y'all looking at it. If you Google it yourself and see what it say, y'all. Just Google it yourself, honey. Honey, it was I went there 12 years later and we were still touring it. That's what we paid for. We went to the Statue of Liberty. We went to see two opera shows. And I probably still got the opera pamphlets from the motherfucking show somewhere in my belongings. I remember exactly. We went to Chinese. We ate Chinese food. Me and my homegirl, we didn't like their Chinese food up there, because they had ordered us a big old like they did it nice. Now they had us like a little table set up and all that kind of stuff, but the Chinese food wasn't all that good. So we went back to the room and we ordered pizza because we was we had a little change with us. And we ain't had nothing else to spend it on. They did get out on us because we were like, keep in mind, 12 years old, 8th, 9th grade. Well, I was a year younger in school, but you know what it is. Honey, so we had seen them on the side of the road, baby, selling them Tommy Hilfiger white, baby. We thought we were coming home with something, bitch. Okay. we we thought we were coming home with them fake ass watches, baby. We didn't know no better. Yes, and then it was a blind man had that. Oh, okay, so see, I can tell y'all everything that happened. Like, okay, so we was walking down the street. That was like our first time running into homeless people and all that other crazy junk, right? So we was like, we seen this homeless guy, and one of the guys that was with us, he had then gave him some money. And then one of my homegirls, she had gave him some money. And then, but what was crazy about it, he told her, "Thank you, ma'am." And I looked, I said, "How he know you a woman?" Because I don't think she said nothing when she just walked up to him, and dropped the money. And he was like, "Thank you, ma'am." And we're like, "How the hell he know you a ma'am?" So we knew then, that's when we first got scammed. So we were like, okay, so that's what type of time they on. But y'all, when they told us that we didn't tour the motherfucking Statue of Liberty, I was like, "Now that's a lie. Mm-mm. That is a lie." So I know better. Yeah, we had a whole adventure up there, girl. I'm telling y'all, we was we was up there. It was this girl, I had never met her before. I forgot her name. Anyway, she was from another school. Or no, 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 no. She was a relative of the lady who was coordinating, I think. But anyway, she was in the same age group, so they let her go on a trip. And I think it was we had to have a certain amount of people anyway. I don't know, because it was a lot of us went. It was a lot of us went. But it was only a few of us, little black peppers sprinkled off in between. There was me, my homegirl, two other girls. They was cousins. I don't know. It might have been us four that was only black. I have to go back and look at the picture. And then one mixed girl. But anyway, like I said, I remember everything. They was making fun of one of the girls because she had on a little hat that was rolled up. Y'all remember when the hats first came out? They were rolled up around the edges. Well, I had one back then. She had one. Mine was blue jean. And she had one. Hers was a knitted white. It was white, but it was like a knit kind of hat, whatever. But anyway, they were rolled up around the edges. And I would never forget, honey, the white boys had then joked the shit out of her, telling her that her hat looked like a condom. It was a lot going on that trip. Okay, I'm telling y'all. So, yes, we had a whole adventure, honey. It had, I think, no, 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 y'all. It actually was a lot of us on the trip because it had got to the point where it was three of us to a room. I remember that clearly because me and my homegirl, well, we were best friends since the fucking fifth grade anyway. And so we had slept in the same bed, and the other girl that we didn't know, they put her in the room with us. So she was kind of a bigger girl. So she slept over there, in the other bed. These other two girls, I forgot who they was rooming with. They had to be rooming with somebody white or something. But anyway, they had them put this bitch on the floor. On the floor. Her own cousin wouldn't even let her sleep in the bed with her. Bitch, we paid 1,000 plus motherfucking dollars, and you went all the way to New York to sleep on the floor. You got me so fucked up, baby. That's the shit I was talking on the trip, because I was telling her how stupid she was, because ain't no motherfucking way. But yeah, so it was going down up there, y'all. Y'all might as well hit the thumbs up, honey. But I just wanted to tell y'all about my Mandela effect experience. I guess that's what you're gonna call it, because like I said, I'm sticking to that. I went to that motherfucking torch. I remember walking up the motherfucking legs, bitch. I remember walking around the edge of it. She said it might have been the crime, but she gonna ask. Me and my other homegirl, and I know she don't do nothing, never smoked a cigarette, took a drink in her life. So, and if she said it was, I know. But we gonna get to the bottom of this. I bet she gonna hit me back with the coordinator information. We gonna see. But yes, y'all. So that's what I had to tell y'all this morning. I'm finna go on up in here in this grocery store. I gotta grab some fruits of nature. Okay. And I hope y'all have a good day, honey. A good Sunday. Like this video, y'all way out of here. Bye, y'all.